And now, First Warn 5 weather with meteorologist Andrew Chung.
Hey everyone, we saw some more sunshine for this afternoon. It was warm, but at least not too humid thanks to winds coming from the northeast. The temperatures right now in the lower 80s toward the east, still in the lower 90s out west, 85 here in Weslaco. Not a bad night tonight. Mostly clear skies and mild with temperatures in the lower 80s at 7 p.m., upper 80s at 9 p.m., and mid-70s at 11 o'clock this evening. All right, here is the latest on Irma. It is a Category 3 hurricane. It moved over the northern coast of Cuba overnight, so that weakened Irma a bit. It was a Category 4 hurricane, but it is expected to re-strengthen to a Category 4 hurricane as it moves over the warm waters of the Florida Straits. Right now, 125-mile-per-hour maximum winds moving to the west-northwest at 9 miles an hour, but Irma is expected to make that turn to the northwest, heading toward the Florida Keys and Key West later on tonight, early tomorrow morning. There's the official forecast track, and then that forecast track takes Irma along the west coast of Florida, possibly right through Fort Myers, Florida, as well as Sarasota and Tampa Bay, and then heading up toward North Florida, then Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee through next week. And even though that forecast track is narrow, the east coast of Florida will still feel Irma's effects. They're already feeling it because this is a very big hurricane. Here's the radar. You can see that well-defined eye just north of Cuba. Already the rain bands from Irma lashing the Florida Keys and South Florida. Hurricane warnings shown in the red for almost all of the Florida Peninsula. You can see those rain bands moving right to the south of Miami and right through Fort Lauderdale. Now behind Irma, we have Hurricane Jose. Hurricane Jose is a Category 4 hurricane with maximum winds of 145 miles per hour. Tropical storm warnings in effect for the northern Leeward Islands. Here's the official forecast track from the Hurricane Center. It takes Jose toward the northwest, but now the forecast track has Jose perhaps doing a loop back to the south, staying over the western Atlantic Ocean for the middle of next week. Back home here on the water, we'll have winds out of the northeast at 10 to 15 knots. The bay waters are moderate chop. Your next tide is a high tide at 6:45 tonight, and the seas will be 3 to 7 feet. Small craft should use caution on the offshore Gulf waters. So for tonight, it's going to feel pretty nice, much like last night, mostly clear skies with temperatures in the upper 60s, but the difference is much drier air in place overnight and into tomorrow. Mostly clear with low temperatures in the upper 60s. There are your winds. They'll be out of the north to northeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow, yes, it will be warm, but at least not too humid with the winds continuing from the north to northeast around 5 to 10 miles an hour. We can expect mostly sunny skies with high temperatures in the lower 90s. Here's that 7-day forecast. The temperatures will be warm during the day, lower 90s for your Monday, mostly sunny skies. We're back to the mid-90s Tuesday and Wednesday. That stable air mass does continue for next week. Mostly sunny Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the mid-90s. We're back to the upper 90s Friday and Saturday. And as those surface winds start to come back from the south and southeast later next week, the humidity returns starting Thursday. But enjoy those cool mornings, folks. We're back to the mid to upper 60s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings.